Good evening, everyone. My name is Josh Rocco, a local sports manager in Canberra, Australia, who will be explaining the Sport for All concept and demonstrating its benefits through an initiative driven by Netball Australia, exemplified through local Canberra sports programs. Firstly, as an overview of Sport for All, put simply, the concept describes an environment where all sports can be actively participated in, with relevant initiatives and programs to cater to all abilities, skill levels, cultures, and backgrounds. For an alternative view, Sport for All can also be described as the resultant blend of sport development and sport equity. These two ancillary concepts combine on each end of a scale to create a complete environment catering to all peoples and abilities. The sport development end of the scale aims to create pathways for elite and professional development to the highest possible level in that sport, i.e. providing programs and resources for a budding young basketballer to develop into an elite athlete playing at the highest level of competition in the National Basketball Association and representing their country at the Olympics. Whereas on the other end of the Sport for All scale, the prior mentioned sport equity focuses on maximum possible participation at all competitive and social environments. Sport equity explores complete fairness in each sport, allowing for participation opportunities for all persons, regardless of their ability, age, gender, culture, or background. As described, both sport development and sport equity programs and initiatives combine to create a holistic environment, allowing participation for all people in all different sports. A great example of this combination to create a sport for all environment is evidenced through Netball Australia and its One Netball initiative, supported by the 7 Pillars of Inclusion model. The One Netball initiative is to create fair, safe, and inclusive netball communities for all Australians. The 7 pillars supporting this initiative are access, attitude, choice, partnerships, communication, policy, and opportunities. These pillars are the common elements that contribute to creating an overall inclusive environment. Utilizing these pillars as the basis for knowledge and actions across all levels of netball to increase inclusion is hoped to reduce the need for different programs and policies for disadvantaged and diverse groups. While these are some great words and objectives to meet the Sport for All outcome, what does this actually mean from a practical perspective? Well, this initiative has been strongly incorporated by the local state sport organisation of Netball ACT. Netball ACT has adopted a number of programs and competitions to increase participation, namely the addition of walking netball. While many sports have a modified version of the sport, for example wheelchair basketball, rugby or tennis, or even track events utilizing running blades, these events require special equipment in order to participate. The innovation of walking netball is the ease of participation and the broad audience that it targets. The program is beneficial for people with or recovering from injuries, less mobile people due to age, physical disability or other motivations, pregnant people still trying to maintain a sport, or people who don't like the fast-paced competition. As well as the physical, social and mental benefits obtained through sport participation, a study in England concluded that from the walking netball program, the participants were continually motivated through the collaborative identity and group inclusion that the program offered. On review of the implementation of the One Netball initiative, it is clear to see the benefits delivered to the broad community through the Walking Netball program. Additionally, Walking Netball is supported by a number of other programs within Netball ACT, designed to increase diversity and maximise inclusion to achieve the Sport for All outcome. Other programs include the Marie Little competition for those with mental disabilities, weekday social competitions, as well as a competitive state league competition for those seeking elite level development, which also has a dedicated Indigenous round to promote the different cultural backgrounds. The only criticism for Netball ACT in following the One Netball overarching initiative is that there are no specific pathways for different cultures, primarily for Indigenous pathways. An Indigenous pathway would work to ensure that all cultures and backgrounds have a relevant program promoting inclusion to the sport of netball. With this inclusion, Netball ACT would offer a complete and diverse program, meeting the objectives of the One Netball initiative seeking a sport for all environment.